Hello everyone, this will be the review of game Coloring Pixels, and the key was provided by developer. As for settings, there is almost nothing. We can have music or not have music, that's the options. But the game works in window mode. We can pick it when we start the game. It's on Unity, so I can check if it's recording correctly, so that's a good part. And the game is about clicking pixels. I'm gonna show to you the gameplay, because that's the main part of the game, is pretty much everything that you have. So how does it work? You have a picture consisting of pixels in different colors, and you have to basically click the specific number with a specific color, like 4 goes here and 3 goes where 3 goes. You can also go like this, and then some stuff will still stay just uncolored. You have to color the right ones, but if you color the wrong ones, it's really just goes the same. I mean, the color white goes into others, but it doesn't change anything. So I'm coloring one with white, but it's still not colored, because we should use this one. We should use the brown one. So you can just go like that, and then you pick other colors. You can just again color everything, and then just finish off where ones go. I'm just going to go through the every pixel like this, and we'll finish, just to show you how long it takes. If it's a small picture, there's well, there is bigger and smaller pictures, so some of them will take much more. See, I broke the white color, so I have to fix it, and now the coloring of the rest. Now the biggest problem for me is that I cannot color more than one pixel. I would like to have some tool that allows me to color, well, at best it would be to color all of them, but that would very quickly finish the game. So I would actually want to see in this game some progression system that allows you to maybe unlock something, maybe unlock faster coloring, like clicking one button and then having 2 pixels colored or something like that, just to speed it up. Because I will show you where the problem lies. Okay, so that's the poop picture, and we made it. This is how long it takes. However, the game, well, generally there's quite a lot of pictures. They say 60. I'm not sure exactly if it's 60. Let's count them. I think there's 20. Yeah, there's 20 probably in every one, right? There's 3 books of 20 in each. Let's count them. Yeah, 20. Yeah, 20 in every one. And here also 20. So we have basically 60 pictures with different difficulty and complexity. Some are just patterns, some are, well, bigger, like this one. I don't know, maybe this is not maybe very complex, but like a landscape, right? Looks like this, but it's not everything. That's everything. So this is probably 10,000 pixels or something like that, and it's just ridiculously big. So when you go very close, you can see that, okay, you can color something here, but you will only do a very small percentage of the picture, right? You have to now go to 24, which is somewhere here, and it's a very, very slow, meticulous process, and it might even hurt your eyes a bit. I mean, I'm just seeing things now because there is just so many similar numbers. I have to go a little bit further from the screen. Maybe I should use it like this, how to say, and you just go through it very, very slowly. Maybe if you are skilled in this, you can do it faster, but for me it would be just an extremely long process. So it can range from very short pictures to those ones. I'm gonna do a little bit here, and then just look. That's how much we did. And if we go out, it's gonna save our progress, and see, there is not even 1%. 1% would be 100 pixels. I didn't even color 100 pixels. So it's very long time, right? There are big ones like that. Bears, rather. More bears, not just one bear, many bears. 4,000 pixels with number 1. So they go like here, right? There's white, like probably it's winter, so there is white pixels, and tons of, well, less white pixels. They are, like, go in between of those, and that's just a little bit of the picture of the entire one. Like, those are snowflakes, and it's just a small element of the whole thing, right? Looks like this, and then we go out, and that's just a part of it, right? The whole thing would be, well, kind of look like this. Well, you don't see much, but there is 3 bears probably going in some snow area. So this is how long it takes just to do 1%. So that's the game pretty much. That's all I can show you. I don't want to just spoil everything and destroy every picture for you. I just wanted to show you the big one, because the biggest ones are 100 times 100. No, there are even bigger ones. Okay, there are even bigger ones. Even 600 times 6. This is just ridiculous. Let's look at this. The biggest one. Jesus, this is loading slowly. This is insanely big. Like now, see, you can see it. You can almost see it now already without colors. You already can see the picture. Let's see now if it loads. Now it doesn't. Now it does. It's very strange. Look, when I go there, I see nothing. When I go out, it's almost finished. It's pretty much finished. Let's see if it changes again. Yeah, now we can see. No, not now. Now we can see it barely. Now at specific distance, you can see the whole thing in like shades of gray. Like now, very very strange effect. Very strange. Probably it's a it's illusion, right? Some visual illusion, I guess. Well, actually, it looks like this. It's not colored, right? So you have to color everything here. That's, I don't, it's, how much is it? 36 and 4 zeros. So that's the number. I think it's 360,000 pixels. So that's like, I don't know, 3,600 times longer than doing 100, right? So if doing 100 pixels takes a specific time, then doing that will take 3.6 thousand times longer. So this is gonna take probably days to finish, right? If you wanna do that, it's just ridiculous number. And the small ones, of course, are like this. You know, it's like palette, right? You just color everything pixel by pixel, and you cannot change it. You have to color it the way it's done. So it's very recreative. It's not creative. It's recreative. You just color the picture as it should be colored, and you go through this very very long notion. You just do it, right? You just do it pixel by pixel. This is 81 pixels only, and probably if you have to switch colors more often, it takes longer. If you have the same color only used in many places, then you probably take faster, but still it's a very very long process. It's supposed to be relaxing. You have 2 hours of music, but that's not enough for the whole game to finish. Definitely you would have to probably listen to your own music or some ASMR videos maybe, and just, I guess it's supposed to relax you. Some people might be relaxed by that. Well, you almost, again, you see the picture, right? Now you don't, and now you do. Very very strange. It's just the illusion. It changes. Now we see it differently. Now we don't see the fish. Now we do see the fish. Now we see nothing. And now again we see the picture, right? It's very very weird. But if you have to go just like that, right, it's very slow. Again, we just do 16. We go out, yeah, and that's what we did. Not even one, right? Not even one square. It's just part of it. So now this part is colored, right? There is water and something green, and that's the fish. What if we do the fish's eye? Oh, I'm just breaking it. If I go like this, we'll see that some of them will be matching, right? See, some of them are matching. Some of them should be actually green, but this element should be like dark green. So maybe the fish is dark green, or it's some sort of seaweed. Let's see what happens now. If we go away, is this a fish in the seaweed? And this is a guy escaping or something like that. How is it called? Hey little fella, that's the name, right? So we reach a slight progress. And well, that's all I can show you pretty much. You can also give your art somehow taking part in a competition, but there is no editor in the game. At least I don't see it, so I don't know how you are supposed to do it. Probably somewhere in some program you have to just make a picture and send it. I don't do pixel art, so I don't know. I cannot really tell you how you do it. Probably you just use a paint or something, but I never did that. I'm not good at drawing completely, so whatever. Right, and bonus, you just have to click two things, some social media stuff, and you get those labels of the company and two other games by them. I guess you can color the basically a picture of another game, right? So that's another game, Galactic Harvester, which I actually reviewed as well. I guess it's from the same company, so you can just color their own advertisements of a game, which is quite strange, a little bit like Inception, but whatever, right? That's just a little part of it. So that's additional 6. So you have 66 pictures with varying, well, I would say complexity, not difficulty, because it's not really difficult. It just takes long, right? If you go like this, well, it's easy, right? It's just less. You just do this, right? And it's a progress. But if you go to the most complex one, you progress the same way, like maybe this one, right? You can do the same. You can also progress like this, right? And it's a progress, some of it. Of course, it's just gonna take way longer, but the concept is the same. You always do the same thing. You just match color to number. That's the gameplay. Who is it for? Well, that's the problem. I don't really know who is the target audience. I'm trying to find some target audience, but it's not easy. It could be kids if you want to somehow teach them numbers and colors and maybe, I don't know, work on their focus time or something. Maybe that would be to some extent positive. It could be used as a relaxation just activity if you are into that. Personally, I'm not. I would just play a more complex game. That's what relaxes me. But if you find relaxation in coloring pixels or clicking something slowly when you listen to music or something else, it might work. Maybe it would work with ASMR or something like that. Maybe some people calm down this way. That's the design. I'm not sure if this is actually going to work for anybody. It doesn't work for me, but maybe for someone it will. Aside from that, I guess you can learn a little bit about creating pixel art this way, but I guess there are actually guides for that. I'm not sure how people learn that, but I'm just guessing you could theoretically use it here. Maybe it's quite possible that if you have no idea how pixel art works, how it goes from a single picture, a single pixel to many pixels that create a picture, which is actually how computers work. That's what we have on our computers. We just have very complex pictures with very tiny pixels, lots of them, and it creates this illusion that something is complex, and it's not really, it's not really like this, right? If we just go away very, very far, it looks like a straight line at some point, right? Plus there are technologies like anti-aliasing and stuff like that, but basically it goes from very simple to very complex. Just that's how it works. So you might learn something about just pixel art as such, or just creating graphics in computers. Maybe I'm not sure. I think if you are a professional, you use different tools, but maybe you have no idea, you're just starting, or you're curious. Maybe that would help you. 66 pictures, that's a lot because it takes a long time, but it's not really that much. I mean, I would probably prefer stuff like that, like a few hundred of those, rather than just have something like this that would gonna take me, I don't know, a month to finish. I would rather go into maybe quantity, not quality, maybe both. But still, if you want to, for some reason, if you want to finish this game, like do everything, that would take you a long time. So time is there. If the game is cheap, the gameplay time is there if you like that. Because if you don't, you should just play something else. That's easy. But if you're into this for whatever reason, and I'm not, then it would give you some playing time for sure. I would just have to say that you need to measure the fun time with the price. So if you're actually going to do everything, you can just add up the time that it takes to do everything and be like, okay, this is worth my money. But if you get bored quickly, if you just want to do a couple of pictures that just poke at the game, and then you will just stop playing, then maybe it's not worth it, especially if the price is high. By the way, okay, I just realized the game is supposed to be free, but it will have DLC. So I guess you can try, well, I guess you can just play it, and then if you get hooked, you can give them some money for DLC. I guess that's the deal. I don't know. I would maybe play it a bit like this, and I'm done with it. Like, that's all I need for, to understand what the game concept is, right? I was curious about this game because I just want to see what's the gameplay. Like, gameplay is this, right? Gameplay is this. That's all you get. That's all you do, just constantly. So if you're into this, then you can of course play it and maybe even support them with with the paid DLC, or maybe you can take part and create your own art. But I'm not really sure what's the target of it. What's the point of this game? I don't get it really. I'm like, it exists, it works, but it's not very enticing for me. Like, why would I draw a coffee? What's the point of this? Like, I can. It's gonna take me a long time, but why? What is the benefit of that? It's repetitive, recreative activity. You just do something that somebody did before you, and you just follow their steps. It's just like a coloring book for very small kids. So maybe for very small kids it makes sense, but I don't think it makes sense for somebody who is just into games in general. Like, why would you make an American flag for so long time just to have it here? There is no progression, by the way, in the game, aside from the fact that you can just finish the pictures. I would prefer to have some sort of progression where you have some experience points, some levels, some tools that allow you to like color one color of your choice or something like that, or maybe a couple of pixels, some progression, because you just do it for the sake of doing it. And yes, okay, the game is free, you can try it out. I just see not much point in this. I'm done. I'm after testing the game for a short time. That's how much I did. I just did a couple of pictures. And I looked at the rest. I'm like, okay, you can do this, you can do that. This one is bigger, this one is smaller. I get the game now, I get the concept, but it doesn't speak to me, play me. I'm like, well, if I was extremely bored, if I was like traveling and had this game on my laptop, maybe I would poke at it just to pass time, but there are better games that can do it. So I find it really hard to find really a target audience for that. I think you can learn more from other games. Just even if you're a kid, you could just, I don't know if you want to match colors to numbers. You can learn colors in other games. You can learn colors in any game. You can learn numbers in any game. You can play Dota and learn numbers. That's not really that specific for this particular game, that it just matches one thing with another. Maybe it's for kids. I really don't know. Hard to say. Now the question is, what would you like to learn, teach your kids, giving them games, right? Maybe you want to teach them words, in which case you would be giving them completely different games, like hidden object games, right? If you want to teach them numbers, there are actually mathematical games as such. This is just what you're gonna learn how to count to 50 or something, and then you're gonna learn basic colors. Probably there's not so many of them. I don't know how many colors it has. I guess that's the name. I mean, that's not the name, that's the number. So there's like 134 colors, right? So probably it goes to 256. I'm pretty sure it just uses the basic colors, but I'm not sure. It might use any of them. I'm not sure which palette it's using, so it might be some number. Let's see of the other ones. Is there actually more colors? Not necessarily. What about the second one? Yeah, the 76 here. So it doesn't go past 256, 134. Yeah, right. So that's not, yeah, it's probably just 256 colors, and so that's the number, right? That's the highest number. Actually, it's lower than that. There's no picture that uses all the colors. So it's very basic learning activity, or it's some sort of pastime activity if you want to just calm down this way, if this calms you down, right? I'm just annoyed when I'm supposed to do this, right? Look for color, like where is 32? Okay, I'm scrolling. I do this. All right, that's 1% progress, 2% progress, 3% progress. I get bored, but maybe you won't. So what can I say about this game? I would actually give it 5 out of 10. Just an average game. It's free, so you can try it out if you want. If you're really into this and you want to support them, the developers, then you might then look for the DLC and or maybe buy some other game from the same studio. If you just want to try it out, you can, right? But can I recommend it? Not really, not really. It's not painful, you know. You can try it, you can test it, but I'm personally getting bored very quickly in this. I would say that this is one of those games that just exist. Like if you ever asked if specific game exists in the world or if it exists on Steam, sometimes the answer is yes. Such game exists. Someone thought about it and they said, "Oh, we could make this into a game," and it's there. It's like Tetris is there, and Tetris clones are there, and Arkanoid is there, and Arkanoid clones are there, and Pong is there, and also this is there. It's just what's the point of playing this if you have other choices? I don't see the point personally, really. It's just something that, well, I was trying to show you what it is, and well, the game is free, so I probably shouldn't be doing this because I usually do game reviews for keys, and this has no key. Well, it has key, but the key is whatever. The game is free anyway. I'm not getting anything from it. I'm just showing you the game that, well, that's what it is, and there's not much to say about it. It's just one more thing that people made, and it's not really enticing, but it's not bad, it's not broken. So I would give it 5 out of 10, just average. You know, it's something that maybe somebody will find useful for whatever, and I don't. So of course it's not a game for me, but I'm trying to look at it from the other perspective. Like, does it have content? Yes, it has content. 66 pictures. It's not much, but it's gonna take time. And the game is free, so you can say that, you know, it's already a lot for free, right? And does it work in terms of just gameplay? Yes, it works. You know, you click stuff. There's nothing to break here. The game is working correctly. Music is just off on button, so nothing more. There's no sound here. And as much for the resolution, yeah, that is the resolution because it's Unity, so you can pick a resolution when you're starting the game. You can poke at the game in a window when you're just busy with something else. I would say it's an activity to pass time. I wouldn't really call it personally a game, but it's definitely something that can take your time if you want to spend the time just on this and not something else. Aside from that, not really fascinating. But, well, I tested it, so that will be it. Okay, guys, so that will be it for this review. I know it was a bit chaotic, but I just got that, and I was like, well, I should just show it to you. That's what it is, and, well, leave you to your own opinion. So, that was Coloring Pixels, and I will see you guys in the next review.